Eric Barnett's ranked 3rd in the country, a record of 21-3, and ranked 11th is Patrick McKee, two-time All-American from St. Michael, Minnesota, a 3-time state champion at St. Michael, Albertville. Jim, this is the 10th time these two have met in their careers. They woke up this morning, both of them, and went, here we go again.
Yeah, to tell you what, when their careers are over with here this year, that they'll probably have a moment, and it's possible they could meet another 2 or 3 times, maybe 4 times.
Both these guys, two-time All-Americans. Barnett 5-1 at Big Ten dual meets. He's been so durable in that Badger singlet, 3 straight years with over 20 victories. Jim, wrestling for the 10th time in their careers, what are you looking for in the first minute to 90 seconds?
Well, it's more than just a chess match. These guys have felt each other before. I think there's a calm that develops when you know your opponent and you know that kind of some of his tendencies. You felt it. You felt that shot right there, a little fireman's carry action right there for Barnett, but he comes into a situation where basically McKee squats down in here trying to turn the corner. He's trying to bury that right shoulder of Barnett. Barnett trying to lift that shoulder up. He gets the right arm across and he'll score points.
Barnett scores the first 3 points.
And what you got to be careful with both these guys, they're so tough in the top position, they go immediately into the turn.
McKee leads the series 5-4. The Gopher has pinned the Badger 3 times. Last year at the Big Tens, Jim, McKee pinned Barnett in the quarters, and then Barnett came back to beat him 5-4 for 5th place.
Yeah, that's some wild matches here between these two. This won't be the last of the scoring.
Stalemate. Break easy, gentlemen, break easy. We're going to face this direction.
Take a look at this takedown here. Right here, McKee has that shoulder beat right there, but see how Barnett comes up all the way up to it, both feet right there, able to cut the right arm across and score the points.
You said it, Jim. Both these guys really good in that top position.
Yeah, hand fighting there by McKee. He's comes back up, gets a quick escape. So the nice answering escape there by McKee.
Of course, McKee, that great run at the 2021 national tournaments, was a 15 seed, lost in the 2nd round, won 6 straight to finish 3rd.
That was really something, wasn't it? You know, just it shows how gritty that McKee can be out there. You know, in a tournament, you get beat early in it, and you come all the way back, winning 6 consolation matches like that.
Mentioned McKee, a 3-time Minnesota state champion. Barnett's a 3-time Wisconsin state champion. For Chris Genrich at Hortonville High School, he's from Greenville, Wisconsin, is Barnett's. Just over 30 seconds left. The Badger up 3-1. First period takedown here for Barnett's. Trying to even this series at 5 apiece.
Coming inside collar tie there, dropping off of that. Coming hard with that collar tie is Barnett on the left-hand side. That's usually it's also tying up the elbow. McKee not really looking to shoot in this period of the match.
Final seconds here in this first period. Barnett, as I mentioned, 5-1 in Big Ten duels. His lone loss was to Matt Ramos, 4-1. Here's head coach Chris Bono of Wisconsin in his 6th season. Of course, was at South Dakota State the 6 years previous. And congratulations, as Chris Bono just coming off his 50th dual meet as head coach of the Badgers as they beat Illinois last weekend. He has coached 19 All-American performances in his career. Of course, a couple of Big Ten champions in Dean Hamiti and Austin Gomez, who is now at Michigan. John Reeder, assistant coach, alongside Seth Gross, and there is Brandon Eggum in his 8th season. Of course, he has been in those colors for 2.5 decades as an athlete, an assistant coach, and now as head coach. 3 top 10 finishes at the NCAAs under the leadership of Brandon Eggum. 14 All-American performances. Of course, the national championships from the great heavyweight Gable Steveson. Last year, Minnesota was 6th at the Big Tens in Ann Arbor. Wisconsin finishing 8th. A little bit of confusion here between the first and second periods as the officials talk with Chris Bono and John Reeder. I believe they are getting the riding time adjusted.
Yeah. So it reset to 0, so they want to get it set at 44, I believe. Yeah, that's correct, 44 seconds.
Mentioned Brandon Ingham, assistant coaches Luke Becker,
Here we go, gentlemen.
Trevor Brandvold, and Zach Sanders. There's Zach Sanders, All-American for the Gophers.
3-1, second period, gentlemen. Period 2. Period 2.
Good crowd here on a Friday night.
So we are set to go. Barnett starting period on bottom. And McKee flirting with some back points, Jim.
Well, he didn't get that there, but now Barnett's in a good position to be able to finish. He's stepping up there, has the outside leg, got his head buried a little bit. We'll see he's going to eventually try to lift. And McKee goes into that chest wrap. We've seen that a lot from him all throughout his career.
Him and his brother Mitch.
Yeah, and using it to his advantage possibly to get a little more riding time, breaking the riding time back down. Now he steps over that height, that seatbelt position. And Barnett gets the escape.
4-1 score. McKee last year 6th at the Big Tens, was 2-2 at the tournaments as an 11th seed. That after a 5th place finish in 2022 in Detroit. 1:10 second period.
There it is.
Here's a shot here from McKee. He's in deep.
Yep. Wasn't able to go ahead and get the right arm across though, Shane. He's got an opportunity to go ahead and see Barnett's giving a little territory. His butt's already on the outside of the line right there. And now as they go off the mat.
Missed opportunity there by McKee.
Yeah, let's take a look at the shot here real quick. He's got jumped in. Watch his right arm right there. Now's the time as they fall to go ahead and come across and grab that far leg. He wasn't only able to get to the ankle, not maybe get above the knee.
Another issue with riding time. Mentioned before with McKee being from St. Michael, Minnesota. When you see that town, you think about the Thorns with Mike, David, and Tommy. Had a chance to talk with David this last week. Always appreciate my conversations. He's running some wrestling camps, Thorn wrestling camps on the farm. And you were a teammate of his dad.
Yeah, actually, John Thorne got the boys going here, and the McKees were able to benefit from that. I think McKee's father was also a part of that kid program as well. He passed away a few years back, so he's St. Michael Albert's been a lot to the Minnesota program over the years. Now
another shot here from McKee. He's got Barnett on his hips again. He steps across. Here they scramble.
Love what he did there. See how he broke off the leg, Shane?
Gonna get the takedown, and here comes the near fall. Maybe he gets the fall. He does. In his last match in this arena, in that singlet, he gets the fall.
Tell you what, Shane, it's just a...
And Loudon Swain here in Minneapolis at 165. The reigning Big Ten champion Dean Hamiti for Wisconsin, Blaine Brenner for the Gophers.
You're Loudon Swain. I want to know who officiated that weigh-in here, because Shoot looked a little bit bigger than Swain in that match.
Loudon made the weight, was able to hold his mud, gets the win.
There you go, Dean Hamiti. Will go behind Bob. They missed it right there. Nice job by Brenner, squaring up and getting a quick escape.
Hamiti, two-time All-American.
Escaped out of the position. There was no points given right there. So now Hamiti threatening with an inside cradle right there, collects the takedown.
Hamiti so dangerous. 8 falls, 5 techs, 5 majors. Just brings a pace. Got to tell you, Jim, the match I want to see the most at the Big Tens.
I know where you're going.
Dean Hamiti and Mitchell Messenbrink. I mean, these two guys, the pace,
and just
ability to score points.
The reactions they'll have to each other's techniques will be fun to watch as well. So I don't know when that may occur or if it's going to occur, because, you know, this 65-pound weight class, look at Hamiti stepping over that, what normally would be a position you wouldn't be able to step across on, but, you know, always good in the top position. Loves putting that point of that shoulder down on the mat here, getting cradles locked up there. Really takes advantage of his range. You know, and that's one thing about this sport that I love is that the different body styles that you can have in it, where you find that guys that become tough in the top position, you know, probably the wrestling on the feet maybe not it came as easy as the wrestling in the top position. Now here he is in college putting it all together.
Guys that come to mind for me, there's a stall call on Brenner. One guy, former Badger All-American Dallas Herbst. He was extremely tall. And then think about Mark Branch at Oklahoma State. I mean, you don't see guys that are that tall often on the Resolite.
But when you do, they become a problem. Oh, beautiful little duck under there to a double leg.
Quick finish, his third takedown. 9 points scored in the first 2 minutes here for Dean Hamiti. Two-time All-American, a pair of sixth-place finishes. From Joliet, Illinois, three-time state champion at Joliet Catholic. His senior year, COVID canceled the Illinois state tournaments. You mentioned, Jim, his range and that length, the leverage, just blankets you in that top position.
Yeah, coming over the top, and it's given up gotten another stall warning there, earned by Hamiti on Brenner.
So another point to Hamiti, 10-2.
Got the 2-on-1 wrist right. Let's see what he tries to do with this. Short time.
Blaine Brenner, redshirt sophomore from Stanley, Wisconsin. Three-time Wisconsin state champion. And Hamiti with 3 takedowns and riding time over 1.5 minutes in the first 3 minutes.
Yeah, look at this last takedown here where he's able to go ahead and just snap the head down, comes back in, anticipates that, and drops back, darts back into basically a double leg off of that, you know, going to both knees in that situation. Toes out, flared out to the side, trying to get as low as he possibly can. Props up into a double.
Tomorrow, hit the ice for a hockey doubleheader. At 4:30 Eastern, the 4th-ranked Badgers face off with the Buckeyes. Then at 7, the Wolverines battle the Nittany Lions. It's all tomorrow, only on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app. Neutral here to begin second period. Jim, you and I saw Hamiti at the Midlands. He had 3 pins, 2 majors, including a 12-0 major over West Virginia's Peyton Hall in the finals. Didn't give up a point.
Yeah, you take a look. Well, it's because he's so tough in the top position. He can really, you know, he's looking for falls most of the time. And take a look at him just basically getting a corner angle right there. Then he just follows it up. If he's look for a cradle twice there. The near
looking
side
for
cradle.
Another one right here.
Yep, and then he went right to the far side cradle. You get your nose close to your knees, you know, you got trouble. And it's a bad visual right now what Brenner's providing right there. He's tried to, you know, he's had his head down a lot of this match. Wouldn't be surprised to see more stall calls, even though he's presented himself, he's got his elbows out, but just keeping your head down like that, you got to be able to find a way to come back into that, roll back into that. We're going to get a blood timeout.
Hamiti winning the Big Ten title last March in Ann Arbor, defeating Patrick Kennedy of Iowa. Of course, Wisconsin going to Iowa this Sunday. And Kennedy up to 174. Be a good match in Iowa City at 165 with Dean Hamiti and Michael Caliendo.
Yeah, 2 All-Americans.
Mentioned that great Midlands run Hamiti had. The Dan Gable Outstanding Wrestler at the tournaments. And then the Jack Lease Champion of Champions. That's voted by all 10 champs. He won that award. I know that was pretty special to him. When your peers respect you, that means everything. Optional start being shown here by Hamiti. Thought about an inside cradle right off the whistle. 13-3.
Take a look at him stalking right here, right now. He's drops the bottom out of his stance here. Just likes to go ahead and, you know, drop on both knees and see what he, like now he's in a defensive position off of Brenner. Brenner has got to be careful here to keep his, not give up that cradle. And
He's got that cradle locked.
Yep.
Hamiti looking for the fall.
Look for him to settle in right now. Keeps his chest over those shoulders right there. This will be tight. Got a great grip on that cradle. And notice how the lock is up by the neck.
Brenner fighting it. And now Hamiti makes an adjustment.
Boy, he's doing a great job of staying off his back, because a lot of guys go down right here. Oh, that crowd appreciates what Brenner was able to do. Most guys go down in that situation. He's going to give up the tech fall, though, but good job of staying off his back.
Outstanding efforts to not get pinned, but Dean Hamiti gets the tech fall, his 6th of the season. Now 22.
We go to 165 pounds. This is the one that folks circled a little bit, a top 10 showdown.
Absolutely. One of the most entertaining wrestlers in the Big Ten for the last couple of years, Dean Hamiti. And going up against Michael Caliendo, his first year in the Big Ten, after being an All-American as a freshman at North Dakota State last year. And Hamiti in on that low single, picks it up, trips down, gets the 3-point takedown inside 10 seconds.
Hamiti workmanlike, quickly on the legs, gets that early takedown and gets a 3-0 lead.
You know, the thing about Hamiti is, you know, the only thing that could slow him down is if he slowed down. Well, he's not going to slow down. And so he can't get into a lull and let an opponent slow the match down. But that's the beauty of him. He does not allow the opponent to slow him down. That's how you got to beat him. But he doesn't allow it to happen often.
Now that grip.
Hamiti, the reigning Big Ten champion from a season ago, beat Patrick Kennedy in the championship match. We're going to see Patrick next for Iowa, but another takedown after Hamiti let him up. He took him right back down.
Yeah, that's called wrestling through the positions, because Caliendo did a really nice job of continuing to wrestle there, put himself in a position of advantage, and then Hamiti anticipated the move by Caliendo that he was going to come off the leg, came around, and he kept wrestling and ended up with his second takedown.
Michael Caliendo, the All-American from North Dakota State. We talked about these transfers at 57 and 65 that complete the Iowa lineup this season. He was a third-place finisher at the Big 12 championships last year.
Action on the edge. No change.
Hamiti has made a living out of working hard and starting fast. And we just saw it. His signature moves there, the move meaning on the whistle, I'm going to get after it.
Caliendo gets out of there in a hurry.
Yeah, and Caliendo has done a really nice job, too, of activity this year. I mean, he keeps it active, does a nice job with his own ties of making things go right there. A little misdirection come around, but the nice job of the recounter. They're continuing to wrestle from position to position. Both these guys putting on a show for the fans. This is really important for Caliendo. Hamiti's very good here, got great balance. Caliendo, if he can keep him in the center, pull him back to the center. Real good patience by Caliendo there. And driving down, nice 3-point takedown for Caliendo. The patience of Caliendo is what helped him get that.
Still green.
They continue working here on the edge of the mat with short time of the first.
Still green. Still green. One. Still green.
Up to the feet.
Neutral.
And Hamiti will escape for one.
Oh, that old wily Hamiti right there. He was back in on the leg, and Caliendo's going to have to get the stalemate there.
There's a look at that Caliendo takedown. He had that leg in the air for a while.
Yeah, did a nice job of lowering the level of Hamiti by the control he had with the leg to where Hamiti had nowhere to go but down. And then Caliendo covered him up. Caliendo needs to tie up his hands and pull on him here, because he cannot relax against Hamiti. You know, guys get caught up working into Hamiti, and he does a really good job of changing angles and getting to legs. So Caliendo being in this match right now is he's done a really good job of wrestling, continuing to wrestle.
These are two guys who are matching up for the first time in their careers, but they could see each other the next couple of weeks, a couple of times. Who knows, at the Big Ten championships and NCAA tournament. Both wrestlers in the top 10 of the country here at 165 pounds.
And both wrestlers have had success as being All-Americans at the NCAA, so it's not new to them, and so it's a really good chance in there. You just cannot relax against Hamiti. You just cannot relax. I mean, this...
So he called it a reversal, didn't give the escape, and then the takedown.
Okay, well, those are always close calls. Officials call them different ways at different officials. Can we see it?
get set.
See, Wisconsin head coach Chris Bono is not pleased again with the officiating here so far today. He thought it was an escape and then a takedown for Hamiti. This time Caliendo's the one getting up and out for the escape.
I mean, what a first period we had, and now we're getting the same entertainment already in the second period, and both these wrestlers have not shown that either of them fade in a match. So we're just halfway through some great entertainment here at Carver Hawkeye 165. Like you said, Zach, weight class that everybody was looking forward to seeing the first time these two are meeting each other.
Keep working the score.
Build.
Chris Bono in his 6th season over there for Wisconsin, 50 dual wins, and in the corner for Dean Hamiti, his reigning Big Ten champion. On the other side, Coach Tom Brands and his staff want to get Caliendo with a ranked win. He's in on the legs, looking to finish. They continue spinning around, nothing so far awarded.
No control.
Caliendo was doing everything right. He got cut across to the double. He drove across the hips, but Hamiti anticipating that last little angle and was able to throw in the whizzer and keep Caliendo from getting that takedown.
Green's going to go bottom. Green, bottom. Go against set.
Nice job coming through by Caliendo. He's in on the single, cuts across the double, drives through, but Hamiti is able to get to his feet, then was able to sink the whizzer, square up enough to keep Caliendo from getting that takedown.
Hamiti trying to send him back down and trying to get this riding time up over a minute. He returns him back to the mat, and now that has eclipsed the 1 minute mark.
Yeah, and Caliendo doing a really nice job of getting to his feet because Hamiti's as good as they come on top.
Wait for me.
You can't make a mistake on the bottom or Hamiti will have you in a cradle and on your back. Nice job, a really nice job. Hip heist out. Made your shoulder small and got the escape. And really, riding time is not a factor because Caliendo gets this takedown before the 5 seconds left, and he would have the opportunity to win the match. Right now, he's going to have to hang on to that leg and get the stalemate called as Hamiti tries to come around and get the takedown himself.
No control, nothing yet.
Caliendo has it. The Wisconsin bench wants the takedown.
He's got it elbow deep. He's got it tight. Grosso should make the call now. I mean, the last thing you want.
And there he does award the 3 points. Caliendo up, looking to get out.
Next time Caliendo gets in, he needs to get in like he did again. Get that good ties. Good. Now when you get in, you got to stay down lower. You can't go up to the waist too high like you did last time. But now, hip action by Hamiti. So good right here. Good job. Come up to your feet. Nice job by Caliendo. He's got to.
He'll let him up and try to take him down one more time. Short time in the third.
Takedown will take it to overtime because of riding time. He's got to get it.
He'll have 3.6 seconds to do so, and a stall warning coming this time against Hamiti. Caution. Caliendo was ready to attack as he needs to be with 3.6 seconds remaining.
What a great match. You know, all I can think about, Zach, is I can't wait till the next one. Good win for Hamiti there and the Badgers to start the second half here. But great effort by Michael Caliendo. Great match at 165. Wow.
He gets the second victory of the afternoon for Wisconsin.